Hi Cancer, I'm going to be doing a self-love tarot reading. These are general messages. If it doesn't resonate for you this week, come back next week. Maybe I can help you then. These are self-love messages designed to show, for Spirit to showcase areas where we might be letting ourselves down, you know, and we just need to give ourselves a pick-me-up. And areas where we could be more authentic with ourselves. Part of self-love is self-acceptance, and it's hard to accept parts of ourselves that we haven't acknowledged. I shuffled a good amount of time before we got started, Cancer, but let's do one more. I just know, look, middle of the deck, Cancer passes energy, that's us. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Nope, that wasn't a good shuffle. We'll just do it again. Can never go reverse shuffle. All right, Cancer, I do a 6-card spread, and then the 7th card I do is from Spirit. The first card is going to be how you feel or where you are. The second card is going to be something Spirit wants you to prioritize. And the third card is going to be something that Spirit wants you to deal with. You might have put it on the back burner and said to yourself, I don't have energy, I don't have time. And Spirit's like, do it now. Do it now. The fourth card is going to be something that Spirit wants you to acknowledge about yourself. We are all multifaceted, multi-dimensional beings, and the more that we are honest with ourselves about who we are, the more complete we can be. The 5th card is going to be something Spirit wants you to let go of. The 6th card is something Spirit wants you to acknowledge. This could be in your environment, and maybe you just didn't notice it, or you didn't realize it was for you. The 7th card, like I said, is Spirit message. So Cancer, right now, you could be experiencing a lot of information like coming to you. This could be from all kinds of sources. This could actually be from Source itself. The other morning, maybe like a few weeks ago, I swear to God, I woke up with the voice of somebody very sounding like Morgan Freeman telling me, healing and revealing. But they said it like it was the chapter of a book. And so this could be like a download, you know, from Spirit, just telling you things that you need to know. This could be a time of great revelation for you, Cancer. I've never said that before in my life, and that was exciting. Great revelation. It could be a time of great revelation for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune. We have all these animals here to represent like different things. The Sphinx is like intelligence, the monkey is like wisdom, and the alligator is like strength, right? So here we see the Wheel of Fortune, and the wheel is like moving. It doesn't seem in this one, but I guess it's represented by the cogs, right? The cogs change and the wheel rotates. What you need to understand in the situation here, prioritize understanding that change is inevitable. It's prevalent. You can't not change. You can never step in the same river twice, right? Because the water moves. Universe, spirit, energy, everything is moving, right? And to rely on, I don't want to say stability, because like obviously everyone wants stability, but rely on that river to stay the same is not a very good idea. A river is not reliable, and neither is energy. We can transmute energy, we can shift energy, we can, you know, try to deal with it, but we should never rely on things staying exactly how they are. So I think right now you're getting a lot of information, and the universe does want you to understand that the information that is coming into you might change things, but don't be worried or scared because it has to change. I've never even gotten these in a reading. Ooh, and the Empress. Universe is saying you might have thought to yourself, I'll put this on the back burner, but what they want you to do is deal with it now. I find her to be the symbol of nurturing energy. It would make sense to me that if you were coming through this time of where you're getting all this new information and things are changing, you might need to spend more time nurturing yourself. I think my Divine Feminine is like that. The Divine Feminine, you can see here, she's really about love and growth. We see the 2 trees, we see the 2 butterflies, we see, oh, there's more butterflies, and we see the 2 rabbits. It's all about like procreating, growing, growth, nature, nurturing. So right now, I think the universe really thinks that, or really wants to indicate to you to spend more time with self-nurturing. To be more authentic with yourself, Cancer, here is some abundance for you. The Three of Cups. These are not relational readings, so this is not sorrow or heartbreak or cheating or whatever. This is emotional abundance. This is relational abundance. I have a card of material abundance, and here we see relational abundance. Universe is saying, right now you might be going through this time where you feel like, yeah, you're coming into contact with a lot of new information and things are changing for you. But what it wants you to focus on and showcase to everyone else is that you are not someone who has to hide yourself away. You are somebody who wants to depend on other people. You want to have a good supportive friendship group. What universe is saying, showcase that. If you are going through something that's challenging and you feel alone, or you feel like you have to be alone or whatever, that's your belief system, and we can talk about belief systems all day, baby. My Instagram and my email in the box below. We can talk about that. But if you're in this mindset, like, I have to do it myself, well, then, you know, that relational abundance isn't going to come to you because you're blocking it. But if you think to yourself, it'd be really great to share this with people. It'd be really great to have friends. It'd be great to have a support network. It'd be great to be able to be supportive to somebody else. Well, then you're calling in that vibe, right? And then two, the thing is with friendship is like, we can share those burdens with other people. I know that nobody wants to hear that. I know that everyone thinks that's a bad idea. I know that people are like, well, I don't want to be a burden. I just hate that mentality personally. I just hate it. No offense to you or anything, Cancer. Like, I'm really not. It's just that I'm the kind of person who, when I'm friends with somebody, like, I want to be there for them. I want to show up for them. I want to be helpful. As a person, I am helpful. I am a good friend. I am a good relational partner. I am supportive. So for people to come in and be like, oh, I can't share my problems with you, that's a burden. What the fuck am I here for? Hello? Let me help you. But you're going to be like, no, it's too much, or no, it's difficult, or no, you're going to think differently of me. And there will never really be a chance where I can convince you to change your mind about that. And actually, those are kind of relationships that I tend to steer away from, to be honest. Not to hurt your feelings, Cancer, not to say that what you're doing in this situation isn't valid, or your ability, you know, your position at this time, right? But I do want you to know that, like, a lot of people, not just me, want to be in a relationship or friendship with people who will allow them to take care of them. A lot of people won't want to do that. So if you're the kind of person who really truly believes that whatever you're carrying is a burden, I highly recommend professional help. I do. And I'm not saying that to shame you or anything like that. I will recommend professional help to every single person for the rest of my life. I had very, very deep-rooted anger issues, and it caused me to, you know, push relationships out of my life that would have been good for me, and I had to seek professional help. If this is where we're at, Cancer, then I really suggest that for you, because that's the belief system of not being good enough, and that's not okay. Hopeful to God, what you're learning right now, what the universe is bringing to you, is this sense of you are good enough. Okay? I really hope so. What you need to let go of is this Princess of Pentacles. Some kind of curiosity about stability. Maybe you have an inkling of the direction that you're supposed to go now, but universe is saying, no, let that go. Okay? They have a design for you. They have change and movement in store for you, and I don't think making solid plans right now is the best way to continue with that forward movement. And the Nine of Pentacles. Dang, all right, Cancer. So please don't feel like you don't have enough in this situation. Please don't feel like you are not enough in this situation, because we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like almost the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is lifelong stability. So you're like one pentacle away. Please don't put yourself down. Please don't feel like that's too much. Please don't feel like people won't like you because you don't have the Ten of Pentacles. Know that in this situation, the universe is giving you almost everything you need, okay? And you didn't take more than you wanted. Or you didn't take more than you needed or had to. We see you here, and there are still flowers down here. So right now, you do have everything you need. And the universe is saying, love is coming, okay? The Lovers, the 10. Ten of Cups. I always think the Ten of Cups, because in the Ten of Cups, in the traditional tarot, you see like the family, the house, and the home. This lion represents integrity, and this eagle represents truth. I can't remember what the snake and the egg mean, but like, you cannot build a strong foundation. You can't have this home without integrity and truth, okay? Right now, I just see somebody who probably doesn't feel like they have a ton of control, or that they really want to have more control. But you're in this position right now where there is very little control that you have. I see here that the universe is providing you with answers and a direction, but that you're going to have to focus a lot on your self-nurturing, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be a struggle. These things are new to us. You know, we learn habits all the time that indicate to us that we shouldn't feed into ourselves, but that's not true, and that's not self-love. A lot of us grow up in unsupportive or unhealthy environments where we have to learn to give and give just to survive. Or we learn that the rest of the world is too dangerous and we have to lock ourselves away. And these readings are designed to showcase areas where we can redirect that energy, refocus those habits so that we're getting and receiving. Receiving also means receiving from ourselves, okay, Cancer? Not just other people. While the universe really does want you to prioritize, focus on, and seek out these Three of Cups, these relational abundance, it does really want you to focus on yourself too, okay? Let's go ahead and start to clarify. All right. The universe said, or how you feel, where you are, is this downloads. These sacral chakra downloads. Information is coming to you. It's bringing with it changes. That wasn't really a clarifying card, because the next card in your pile was changes. So, to deal with these changes, we might need to find some more grounded energy, Cancer. I highly recommend trips through the woods. I highly recommend meditation, yoga. For me personally, I don't feel grounded in water. I feel like I'm less where I am. And so taking trips to the woods, taking walks with my dog, things like that, that really help. To give yourself some space. Sometimes we get really stuck in our own brains and we just need space from ourselves. Walking in the woods helps with that a lot too. Universe said that what they want you to prioritize is this change. To clarify the change, we got this duality, the Wheel of Fortune. Duality really just means that for every energy, there is like an equal and opposite energy. Okay? Gender exists on a spectrum, so don't let anybody tell you that. At one end of the spectrum, or like one part of the spectrum, because I'm sure there's other things, like, is feminine energy. At the other end of the spectrum is masculine energy. These are two parts of the same energy spectrum. These are two parts that we all have inside of us. This is our feeling side, and this is our performance side. Getting in touch with our feelings, and then performing to get, you know, what we want out of situations. Putting energy outside of ourselves. When we talk about change, it's important to, we talk about the Wheel of Fortune, it's important to talk about like change, like cycles, right? Every year, the earth goes through the same cycle. We get spring, we get summer, we get fall, we get winter. In the winter, everything dies. But no one goes, everything's dead. No, because we know the cycle and that things will come back around. And so the duality here in this card, the clarification card for the Wheel of Fortune, is saying that right now things might be one way. It could be bad, it could be good, but whatever it is, you need to understand that the universe is built on duality. If it's good now, it won't always stay good, and if it's bad now, it won't always stay bad. So whatever you're experiencing, Cancer, remember that it's going to change. It's going to bring in a new day. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, and I'm feeling good. I don't think that's how you do it, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, we said this Empress. If you're going through this changes, if you're going through these upgrades, you have to be more nurturing to yourself. Be more understanding. Understand the sense of duality. Like, things were so good before, now they're so shitty. Well, yeah, but they'll be good again, and then shitty again. So don't worry about it. Give yourself some more, and give yourself the benefit of the doubt, you know? This is a transformation, though. I don't think this is really something that you're used to, Cancer. I know that you're great with your emotions. I know you're great with dealing with other people's emotions, but how often are you honest about your own emotions? And how often do you give yourself credit or the benefit of the doubt for dealing with your emotions? Here we go again with this emotional release. I think that somewhere in there you've got this blockage about nurturing yourself. Hopefully that's what this, because, oh my gosh, I had that whole spiel earlier, but like hopefully that's just really what these sacral chakra upgrades are about. It's just coming into a new understanding of yourself. I would love that for you, Cancer. If you need help with that, my email address and my Instagram are in the box below. Universe says they want you to focus on relational abundance, okay? Going out, making friends. If you have friends already, really prioritize those relationships. Really, nurture yourself, but don't focus so heavily on yourself. Focus on other people too. People I see all the time that self-love is selfishness. Like, okay, really? That's just negative propaganda. Don't put that out there. Self-love is about loving yourself. That does not mean that in any way you have to be disrespectful or like rude to the people around you. No. Self-love is just knowing what is good for you and then acting accordingly. So if I know someone puts me down, or if I know my energy isn't like supported or appreciated around one person, it's not that I have to be selfish and shut that person off. It's that I have to say I love myself enough to not put myself in those situations. The greatest thing that Source Universe ever did was to make us individual. I have my own eyes, my own ears, my own brain to take in information and decide things for myself. However, Universe did not make us individuals. We are many. There are so many of us. And the reason for that is because we are supposed to rely on, help, and appreciate the people around us. I firmly 100% believe, and you can't change my mind about this, that every single problem you have has already an answer in your immediate environment. I bet you. People, places, situations in your environment are there to help you get through tough times. So like, my anxiety is terrible. It's awful. Sometimes I get full-on panic attacks. Sometimes I get anxiety attacks in my sleep. It's awful. I didn't do anything to deserve that. I know that I didn't. But it's hard to come down by myself because my brain is telling me what I perceive to be, my brain is telling me that what's happening to me, I perceive to be real. And that's usually my brain telling me, girl, you can't breathe, but you gonna die. You gonna die if you don't breathe. But then like, I can't actually breathe. Yeah, it's super fun. It's a good time. But I call my dad, or I have my dad, or wherever. Just literally hearing his voice, he hardly ever calls me by my name. He usually just calls me, oh girl, right? And so I'll call him, he'll be like, oh girl, what's up? And I'll be like, and he's like, okay, all right, well girl, we just gotta take some deep breaths. Can you calm down? Can you tell me what's wrong? And just hearing his voice, like that already has a calming effect. And then because he's so, and I'm gonna cry, oh my gosh, because he's so supportive, I feel safe. I feel like, okay, I can breathe. My dad is here and like he's gonna talk to me. And so in that way, I feel like a lot of the times, the universe provides us with answers to the problems we have in our life. Sorry, I love my dad. What they're saying now is if you have relationships in your life, is that you should pursue those, okay? It's gonna be a slow and steady process though. If you haven't taken a lot of time in the past to develop relationships with different people, that's not going to be something that you're comfortable with. Here, I have this great game, okay? If you're making new friends, if you're really trying to go out, even if you're just establishing new connections with old friends, I have this fun and fantastic game. No one I've ever met has ever been like, I don't want to play that, or that's stupid. Like, even my 16-year-old niece and my 13-year-old nephew will play. So, like, it's fun. It goes like this. we take turns saying 3 things that we like. We have to give reasons and then like discuss it. Like, so my first thing is I like donuts. I like donuts because I'm a huge fan of pastries. I love sweet things, but I only like cake donuts. I'm not a big fan of raisin donuts, and I want them to be cake donuts with just chocolate frosting on it, and I only like it because blah, 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 right? And then you say, oh, I really love donuts, but I prefer the raisin ones, and then we talk about it. And then it's your turn. You tell me something you like, and then we talk about it. And then we talk about 3 things we don't like. Please put the dislikes at the end, because you will be surprised, like a revolutionary surprise in your brain of how difficult a time people have coming up with 3 things that they like. It's hard. It is so much easier to talk of 3 things you don't like, so we put them at the end. That's my gift to you, free of charge. Okay, that's one of my favorite games. I play it all the time. It's perfect in the car. It's perfect on walks, if you're getting to know your coworkers, things like that, because you can take time and space, and like it doesn't have to happen like immediately, and then you get to talk about things and like, you know, find your common ground on each subject. So that's for you. But it's going to be slow and steady, okay? And you need to practice discernment. This is really important, Cancer. When we come into contact with other people, okay? So say Sarah, Allie, and Jessica, right? We meet Sarah, and she's really funny. She says like really funny things. Like, we like being around her. We like her energy. But Sarah does not often reciprocate energy. So we text her often, and she doesn't always respond. Okay, but then we have Jessica, and Jessica is super responsive. Jessica will text you like 3 or 4 times a day. Yeah, it's annoying, but she's also really supportive and very helpful. So, you know, everyone has their flaws and everyone has their positive sides. It's up to you to decide which one of these people you want to be friends with. Okay, maybe Allie in the middle, you only see Allie like once a month, but you guys have like a really, really great time, and then she never talks to you again until you see her next month. Is that a relationship that you want to build a lot of foundation on? Is that something that you can build a lot of foundation on? So when you bring people into your life, just be discerning. Are they the kind of people that are going to help you? Are they the kind of people who are going to support you? Not financially, just as a friend, right? Because friendship should be mutual respect and trust, and supporting, right? Is this a relationship you want to invest in? Discernment. What's right for you? Maybe you really cannot stand a girl who texts you 3 times a day. Maybe that's just like way out of the ordinary. Maybe that's just like too much, and you would much rather be friends with a chick who only messages you when she can see you that 1 time a week or 1 time a month. Maybe that works for you. Whatever works for you, that's what discernment is. What works for you. This Princess of Pentacles. Right now you have this sense of stability. You're curious about something. Sorry. You're curious about something, but the universe is saying, hey, whatever direction you think you're going, you're not actually going in that direction. We're doing something different with you. So don't get like really attached to that idea. And I think that you might find that to be hard, because I think that you want to be in control of what you're doing, and that's totally fair. Like, who doesn't want to be in control of what they're doing? But that the direction that the universe is going to lead you, it will actually lead to the material abundance. I don't see her right now, but I have a card that looks really, really similar to this. She's actually on this side, and she has her skirt held out, and coins are falling from the sky. But here we see that they aren't coins this time. Here we see that they're just flowers. So you might think that this thing, or whatever you were planning on doing, would bring you that material stability, but actually universe is saying it's just flowers. Follow the direction the universe is going to take you, and that will bring you into abundance. Universe says right now, okay, things aren't perfect, they're not the best, Cancer, but focus on what you do have, okay? That's that 9 of Pentacles. That's just one off of the 10 of Pentacles. You just need one little bitty teeny tiny little thing, okay? So don't just like put it down on yourself like, oh, I'm failing, or I'm not doing as good as I can, because, you know, this one thing that you're curious about didn't work out, because the universe has 9 more Pentacles for you, okay? And the Lovers. I just think this is that 10 of Pentacles. This is what should be here. I think that if you allow the universe to direct you right now, Cancer, that it's going to bring you full circle. I think right now you're in this, you know, weird place. You're coming into new information. There's changes. You're learning more about yourself. You're learning how to go out and like meet new people and prioritize relationships. You're in this new sort of energy, and following through with this energy, not allowing yourself to stay stuck, will lead you to that Lover's card, that Ten of Pentacles. Please don't get in your own way with this, Cancer. I'm real serious about this. Don't get in your own way. I feel like actually, and like I really try very hard not to base this reading off the last one, but I feel like we've had this conversation, Cancer. I feel like I've told you this before, not to get in your own way. These lovers, okay, they are lovers. They are the ultimate matching couple. This dude right here doesn't tell her, oh, I'm stressed out, but I don't want to talk about it. This chick right here does not, you know, hide how she feels from him. If he irritates her, she doesn't just say, oh, it's okay because we're in love. No, she says, hey, babe, don't do shit like that. What's wrong with you? These people are honest with each other. They do not hide burdens from each other. They do not try to stop the other person from helping them or being supportive, okay? If that's the kind of relationship you want, Cancer, if you really want to move towards like a soulmate or like a divine love, you have to get rid of this idea that you yourself are too much or that you're going to bring a burden with you, okay? I really hope that's what you're losing. I really, really do, because letting go of that burden is going to lead you to ascension. That burden is weighing you down, or the idea that you are a burden is weighing you down. You're not a burden. You're just a person, and you just have feelings, and you just have, you know, desires. And I hope that one of your desires is to learn how to nurture yourself. Okay, Cancer? Those are the cards that I have, but a just really, really quick recap. You're just in this place where, like, things are changing. Focus on nurturing yourself and building friendships. Be discerning about the friendships you build because you want people to also build you up. You have almost every single thing you need right now. Almost every single thing you need. But you have to lay down this idea that you or what you're going through is a burden, because that's going to really let you rocket yourself forward. Just move, okay? So imagine like you're this little bird and you're trying to move upwards, but you literally have a boulder like holding you back. Somebody snips that and you're just gone, okay? I find that to be possible for you, Cancer, and I really want that for you. If you have any questions or you need me for anything, my email address is in the box below. Go ahead and hit me up. But I hope that helps, and I hope you have a good day.